if this is a weekend or a weeknight, you can put this dish together. You can even prep it ahead of time if you want to cook it tomorrow. It's no big deal. And it's delicious. This is like a company dinner. But for the family, they're worth it, right? Anyway, let's tell you how to do it. I've got some Compart Duroc dry-aged pork chops. Dry aging, you know, intensifies the flavor. Most people are familiar with it with beef, but not necessarily pork. And these are from Compart Duroc Family Farms. I've cooked Compart Duroc for several years in competition as well as at home. So let's show you what I've done. I have just taken one of my Onyx Cooking Gills knife and I have cut a pocket in it. The key is cut your pocket really deep all the way to the bone. Don't pierce it, and also leave the opening small. So you just want a big inside, little slit on the side. Simple, y'all. We have got prosciutto, whatever, where you're from, and we're gonna stuff each piece inside with prosciutto. Depending on how salty yours is, you know, this is a good Italian kind. So I would put one large slice per pork chop. So you stuff those full. Y'all know if I wasn't working with raw meat, I would be eating a piece of this. So simple. If I wasn't talking, I would have already be done. Now, I'm cooking this on my egg tonight, and it's about ready. So I'm going to heat it up. We're going to cook this hot and fast. So I'm going to heat that up to about 400 or 500 at least. So now we got the prosciutto in there. Now we have, and I cheated and went to the deli, y'all. And I've got some smoked provolone cheese. One slice, just like, take it, fold it, do this, put it in there. Push it all the way back to the bone. All the way back to the bone. That's all you have to do. One more. That was pretty simple, right? Now, I've got a seasoning blend that I am working on, trying to have out before the holidays. It's a mixture of like ground shallots, salt, pepper, honey powder, a little bit of granulated brown sugar, herbs de Provence, shallots. I like to use this in place of salt on a lot of things, so I'm going to use that. But if you just want to use salt and pepper, believe me, it's still a great dish. But I am going to put a little of that on there. I got to put a fire under my developer's butt. We've been working on getting our flavors together on that, trying to make it where you can not just use it for meat, but make salad dressings and other things with it. My recipe that I have, I use it to make salad dressing. I use it with shrimp. I use it on pasta. So I want it to be a different version of seasonal, not like what you can buy on the shelves now. And you know what? A good product takes a while. All right, salt. I like fresh cracked pepper. And remember, y'all, both sides, both sides. Can't stand when people forget that. It's important, especially when you got pork chops this thick. And look at that. I forgot one myself, didn't I? Just enough. A little salt. Now, if you're watching your salt intake, you can skip that and just put the prosciutto on the inside. So guess what? We're almost done. Now, I went over to my herb garden just over here, and I picked some basil, fresh basil. I'm just going to put a bunch right in there. I've already washed it, y'all. Put that in. You can put as little or as much as you like. I like a lot. Okay. That's stuffed. And now, this is the key part of it. Fresh sage leaves. I picked these out of my garden too. You're going to take this, and since you got that salt on the outside, you're going to rub this sage leaf on the outside. And the oils will come out and into the meat. Let me see. Yep. I don't put the sage leaves inside because whole sage leaves are not, they're not good to bite into, but they add a nice flavor. So you got basil on the inside, smoked provolone, and some prosciutto, wherever you're from. So I've got this all rubbed up. Olive oil, just a little. I like to use a virgin, not necessarily an extra virgin for this, just a virgin olive oil, just a little coat, and that way when you put it on grill grates, you'll get really, really nice grill marks. Now, I always cook on grill grates. I think they distribute the heat on your grill better. You don't get flame ups, and you get great grill marks. Now, I like to put a sage leaf on top of each one because it does impart flavor. And I've got a little bit of thyme out of my garden. I just like that on there. I think it will make it flavor. And now we're ready. I'm just going to put these on a platter, stick them in the fridge while I prep the rest of my dinner. I'm going to have some zucchini ribbons and also some cannellini beans. And I'll probably do a quick video on those too. But I'm going to pop these in the fridge. And as soon as my big green egg is heated up, which it's probably 10 degrees from that now, because I wasted all this time talking, I'll show you how the rest of it's done. I'm ready to put our compart de rock chops on. I'm going to remove these onions because we're going to use those to garnish. So let's put these on. Compart de rock chops on the grill grates. I usually put them on in the same direction so I remember to turn them in the same direction. I just like my grill marks to look really pretty. So you can see I've got this grill smoking hot. And this is a very quick cook. Going to give it a minute and then we're going to turn the direction to get really, really good grill marks. You can see I've turned them and the grill grates have made perfect grill marks and you see no flare-ups. That's the great thing about grill grates. On this side I'm going to cook my vegetables, but I'm going to wait till these are about done. Again, these are compart de rock dry-aged chops, so they've got great flavor. Let's close her up and check her in a minute. Here's our finished meal, y'all. This is our compart de rock dry-aged pork chops, stuffed with prosciutto and provolone cheese and basil, grilled with grill grates, cannellini beans, roasted tomatoes. All right, let's eat.